Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Devora, and I'm making this screencast video because I wanted to share something exciting with you. But before I explain to you what exactly that is, I wanted to start with our class motto. We always say, step outside your comfort zone and try something new. And you always inspire me. I watch you, boys and girls. You often step outside your comfort zone, and you are always willing to try something new each and every day. And I'm always so very proud of you because of that. So I decided that I was going to try to follow in your footsteps. And I was going to try something that is definitely outside of my comfort zone and is definitely something new for me. But before I explain to you exactly what it is that I'm doing, I want to go back in time a little bit. Back to when we were in the middle of our rock cycle project, and back to when we found this article that was titled Bid to Drill Deep Inside the Earth. Do you remember when we read this article and it explained about the Joeys resolution and what the scientists and onboard educators were doing on their expedition? And do you remember that after we read the article, when we got to the very bottom, it said, schools and the public are also being encouraged to contact and interact with the science team directly. So we decided to take a risk and to apply to see if we would be able to have a webcast session with the JR. And lo and behold, we were accepted. But before we had our webcast session, we did some research. We read more about the Joeys resolution, we read about the expedition, and we read about their onboard education and outreach officers. We even read a bio about Alejandra Martinez, who was one of the onboard educators that we interviewed. After we completed a lot of research and created our questions, we were able to have a webcast session with the JR. And it was so exciting because we actually got to interview the onboard educators and the actual scientists that were on board the JR in the middle of the Indian Ocean. So after our webcast session, I received and read to you an email that I had received from Alejandra, one of the onboard educators. And I told you that she had said that she first heard about the Joeys resolution through workshops. And I also told you that she suggested that I apply. She said that they look for great educators and told me to check back periodically to see when they would start taking applications again. I remember that some of you told me I should apply. I kind of put that in the back of my head and didn't think much more about it. But not too long ago, I received an email from a woman named Sharon Cooper. Sharon is the Education and Outreach Manager for the U.S. Science Support Program. In her email, she told me that yes, I should apply and that the applications were currently open, and she gave me a link. When I clicked on the link and I started reading about the application process, I got a little scared and I got a little uncomfortable. I thought to myself, that would be 2 months that I would be on board a research vessel on an expedition away from my classroom and away from my family. And I thought, I don't think I want to apply. But then, boys and girls, I went back to our classroom motto and I reminded myself about what we always say: step outside your comfort zone and try something new. And I thought to myself, what would my students do? And I remembered that some of you had suggested that maybe I should apply. So I wanted to let you know that I did in fact apply. I applied for a 2-month expedition for some time next year. I sent in my application and I received this confirmation email. It says that I have successfully completed the application. Now, I wanted to let you know that I don't know if I will be accepted. I don't know if I'll even be able to go on the Joeys resolution for a 2-month expedition, but I wanted to try something new. I wanted to be brave like you and to follow in your footsteps. So I stepped way outside of my comfort zone and I sent in my application. I don't know if I'll make it, but at least I'll know I tried. So, boys and girls, that is my exciting news. And I want to end this by telling you thank you for always being my inspiration.